We come to you this afternoon from the historic Adelaide Oval. The series is tied at 1 apiece as we head into the third match of the 5-5 Ashes. While the Test series is being dominated by Australia, England still have a chance in this much shorter form. The hosts won the last match of the series after keeping their opponent's total down. Now both sides are looking to move within one win of series victory. The toss was once again in Australia's favor, but this time they've chosen to bowl. With that, we'll send you down to the pitch as the action begins in Adelaide. Mitchell Starc, the first bowler for Australia. As we get underway, series is level, and we have begun at the Adelaide Oval. And this will be a single off the first ball as Zach Crawley starts with Ben Duckett. We are underway. Yorker there from Starc is going to lead to another single for England. Crawley now back on strike. Mitchell Starc continues to perform exceptionally in these Ashes tests, but he will only have the opportunity, of course, to bowl a single over today in this 5-5 format as these teams warm up for the third test starting on the 17th of December here in Adelaide. Duckett will hit this away past extra cover. Back to the keeper. And it is again just one run for England. Short one here from Starc, into the air, and that will be at least 4, all the way to the boundary. Zach Crawley with the first boundary of the day here for the English side as we come to the last delivery of the over, which in contrast is a dot ball. End of the first, England on none for 8. Pat Cummins, the captain, next to bowl here on this beautiful afternoon in Adelaide. England with a run rate of 8 after that first over, of course, would have 40 runs at that same pace. Yorker from Cummins. Sent towards square leg. And again a dot ball. Australia won in the last 5-5 by being defensive, managing to keep England's score down, but it is the English going first here today, as this is stopped at square leg by Nathan Lyon. And that will only be a single. It could very well have been 4. Zach Crawley on strike for the first time in this over. Oh, got him! First dismissal of the match. He played that one right into his hands. Pat Cummins and the rest of the Australian side celebrate, as this is a day that seems to be going their way so far. Travis Head is the man to make the catch around backward square leg, and Pat Cummins gets the first dismissal of the day as Zach Crawley leaves with 6 runs from 5 balls. Ollie Pope in to replace him as we come to the last ball of over number 2, an over that has seen England get only 1 run. And that may not matter as much in a test, but you only have 5 overs to play here. England on 1 for 9 as we come to the end of the second, and the spin bowler Nathan Lyon is up next for Australia. This could be yet another humiliating defeat for the English side. They've got a run rate of 4.50, which would be a a final score of 23 if they keep that up. They'll get 2 runs here, which is 1 more than they got in the entirety of the second over. But they're still not doing very well. Gonna take the chance here as Duckett finds the opening. That will bring Pope back on strike. Close one there. They stay where they are. Just 12 runs for England. Now halfway through the third over. I don't know what he was going for there, but it's gone right to the keeper. And this is turning out to be a very disappointing day for England, and I don't think we're going to be here for long if this continues. This will be a single. England, they've just got to take whatever runs they can get in a situation like this. As we come to the end of over number 3, the last delivery here from Nathan Lyon. It is going to be another single. England end the third over 1 for 14, 12 deliveries remaining, and Scott Boland will come in for 6 of them. Current run rate for England 4.67. Not good at all. Ben Duckett on strike. Can the English side change things here? That's gone right back to the keeper. He targets the stumps, but the single is already there. Ollie Pope has faced 4 balls, 1 run. Now he's found the gap, and that's going to be stopped at third man. Again, Australia doing what they did in the last match, managing to keep the score down. It looked like it was going to be close when we were in Brisbane, but the Aussies managed to keep down England's total and won that way. England again batting first, of course, here today, as opposed to the last one, and he's completely missed here. Two deliveries remaining. England have only gotten 2 runs in this over. Short one there from Boland, and now this could clear the path. That is a boundary, and maybe that will provide some much needed morale to the English side. They would have 48 if they score a boundary on every last remaining delivery, which would be a total that they can defend. 20, however, not so much. Next delivery from Boland is not going to go anywhere. Dot ball, and we come to the end of the 4th over. England 1 for 20. Cameron Green, the last bowler for Australia, and this may turn out to be the shortest chase we've ever seen on the ULTRASPORT network. England only on 1 for 20 as they come to the last over here. Alex Carey has to jump to catch that one. That'll be a wide. Can't find the gap here. And you could hear a groan come up from the stands. Quite a few England supporters that I've spotted, and you wonder if they're going to start leaving when we get to the innings break. He's found the opening here, however. That's going to be 4 more, as England try to salvage whatever may be left of this match in what has been an objectively abysmal batting performance so far. Ollie Pope has had 6 from 7. Now is going to send this one racing away. Finds the opening again, and could England be mounting one last offensive? If they go down, they will go down fighting, and this could be a total that'll be a bit of a challenge if they keep scoring like this. 3 deliveries remaining. Cameron Green receiving some advice from the captain there. This will be a single. And maybe that advice has paid off. England now with 30 runs. Just 2 deliveries remaining. Ben Duckett on strike for at least one of those 2. And the call goes up. Is it LBW? No. No real sense in contesting that with just 1 delivery remaining in the innings. And England will finish. Oh! 1 for 34. Australia's batting innings coming up next. As we take a look at this again, an exclamation point as England bow out. So again, England finish 1 for 34 here in the 3rd match of the 5-5 Ashes series. Zach Crawley, the solitary man out. He was caught out by Travis Head. Pat Cummins was the bowler. He had a final total of 6 runs from 5 balls. Ben Duckett made 16 from 16, and Ollie Pope 11 from 9. As we take a look at Australia's bowling performance, Cameron Green conceded the most runs, Pat Cummins with the least, with just 1, and he, of course, had the only wicket from the Australian bowlers all day. And coming up in a matter of a few hours, we will have for you the first match of the 2025-2026 Big Bash League as the Perth Scorchers take on the Sydney Sixers. That will be here on ULTRASPORT just approximately less than 4 hours from now. So we hope to see you for that. But right now, we're going to go back to the pitch here in Adelaide. It will be Australia at the bat, trying to beat England's total of 34. Jake Weatherald will start us off as Jofra Archer opens the bowling for England. England defending a total of 34. Australia needing 35 from these 5 overs. And it has been near complete Australian dominance in the Test series, but England, of course, won the first 5-5 clash. Series is level here today. Australia with the opportunity to go into the lead and make things even worse for the tourists. We will be in Melbourne next, of course. That match taking place on Christmas, 1 day before the Boxing Day Test. We hope to see you then. And again, we have the Big Bash League coming up in just a few hours. Usman Khawaja will now be on strike, and this is going to be at least a single for the Aussies. Stopped towards deep cover. Conservative shot there. They managed to get 1 run and a bit of distance as well. Sends this one into the air. Catch is made, and Usman Khawaja is gone after 2 balls. That'll certainly bring the morale up for the English. And they have a chance after all. It will have to be a Herculean effort to take victory here today in Adelaide, but maybe it can be done. Khawaja is out with just 1 run from 2 balls. He will be replaced by Marnus Labuschagne. 30 from 25 needed for Australia to win as we come to the final delivery of the first over. Still a lot of cricket to play here today in Adelaide, or at least there is on paper. This is stopped at forward point, and it'll take us to the end of the first over. Australia 1 for 5 as Mark Wood will now come in as the next bowler, and he was ruled out of the Test series, if you allow me to break the fourth wall in real life, but this is Cricket 26, this is ULTRASPORT, anything is possible. What may not be possible, however, is an English victory here today. Australia now need 29 from 23, and England will have to do the same thing that Australia did against them in the last match, and that is to play very defensively. Labuschagne will get his first runs. There is the first boundary of the day for Australia. As we take a look at this again, tips it over the head of the wicketkeeper, and that's 4 runs. Stop towards point for a dot ball. Same shot, same result. Drives this over his head. That's going to be 2 for Australia. They will take that extra run as this goes back to the keeper. And 1 delivery remaining here from Mark Wood to Marnus Labuschagne. Short delivery. It'll bounce. And that is the end of the second over. Gus Atkinson, the next bowler for England. Australia 1 for 12 at the end of the second over. 23 from 18 needed. That one goes right back to him. Jake Weatherald now on strike for the Australian side. Yorker there. He will find the gap towards cover. Won't get all the way for 4, but we'll at least get 2. That one is going to go all the way, and you hear the roar from the crowd. The signs go up. 4 runs for Australia. As we see him find the requisite angle. Weatherald with a boundary. 17 from 15 needed now. Got him! And that will be it for Jake Weatherald. England take their second wicket. Gus Atkinson manages to pull off a dismissal. As we take a look at this again, it was almost going to hit the ground. He reaches low, makes the catch, and Jake Weatherald is gone. And it's gone strangely quiet here at the Adelaide Oval. Out comes Steve Smith. Australia lose their second wicket, and again, this is a 5-over match, so only 5 wickets in this format of cricket. That's going to be a single. As Steve Smith faces down his first ball. Labuschagne now coming back into the crease. He has 6 from 6. He will face down the last delivery of over number 3. Dot ball. Australia finish 2 for 19 with 12 deliveries remaining. Bryden Carse in now for England, the next bowler. 12 deliveries remaining. Australia need a run rate of 8 to pull this off, and it appeared as though it would be an easy Australian victory, but as we're seeing, that may not necessarily be the case. 15 from 11 needed. They're still only managing to score these singles here and there. England doing the exact same thing right now that Australia did against them in the last match. and that is keeping the score down. They eventually managed to pull out the victory just by letting the opponent run out of balls. So despite the abysmal batting day, it could still be a win for England here this afternoon. 13 from 9, you obviously can't get that from singles. But if England only allows singles, they may have the win. However, this is going to throw a wrench to their plans. That is 4, and a few more of those will give Australia the win. Scoops it off the ground, manages to send it away to the boundary, and Australia now need 9 from 8. 2 deliveries remaining for Kars here. Oh, found it again. And now they only need 5. And the end may very well be near here in Adelaide as Australia look to take a 2-1 series lead here in the 5 over Ashes. Stopped at the boundary. They're going to go for 2. And that'll make it 3 from 6. Australia 2 for 32 at the end of the penultimate over. And the next ball could be the last. Final bowler for England is the captain, Ben Stokes. He faces an almost impossible task. Australia need 3 from 6. Can Stokes run out the clock? This one you would do well to review. But it has, well, either way, I guess, it has taken the ball nonetheless. 3 from 5. Stokes will go for the short delivery, and that is going to be all. Smith sends it over the head of the keeper. It's racing away to the boundary. It's made it, and that will be all. Australia win by 3 wickets here in Adelaide. They take a 2-1 series lead.